Hello and welcome back to another recap. Today we are analyzing our round 7 game, Zimbabwe versus Ireland, and as you can see, we have a perfect score, 4-0 for the team, our second 4-0 of the tournament. So we were higher rated on all boards. We were definitely expecting to win, but it's just really nice to have a perfect score. Trisha had the cleanest game. She just outplayed her opponent completely, won a pawn really quick, and just had a beautiful tactic. Alice played a new opening that she hadn't played before, and I guess according to the engine, it wasn't as accurate as I thought it was, but it was so uncomfortable for black, and then she just at the end she had a queen fork, so she won her opponent's queen at the end. My game, I I didn't realize it was so winning. I felt like I was better the whole game, but I think the engine likes it much more than I felt. And then I have a nice, cute tactic at the end. And then Lara's game was the most stressful. She was slightly worse, maybe a bit more than slightly. I think her opponent had a winning tactic. She missed it, and then the end game was a little bit worse. But then she found a really great idea to keep the game going. Then she ended up in an equal position, and then somehow she managed to win a rook and pawn versus rook, and it was an A pawn. So well done to Magician Lara, pulling it out of the bag and getting us a 4-0 clean sweep win. So I was prepared for e4, but she played d4. So she actually played both e4 and d4 in this tournament. And I wasn't too worried about d4 because she didn't play anything super sharp. Like if she went into King's Indian stuff, I would have been a little bit worried, but I knew that she played g3 and bishop g2 when she played d4, so it's not too aggressive, and I thought I would just play chess. And also, my internet wasn't working earlier, so I actually didn't get a chance to prep too much. I thought I was just going to go to the game and just do my best because, yeah, I don't think that they were so strong today, or at least my opponent, I didn't feel she was the strongest opponent that I had. Actually, I think this was the cleanest game of the tournament so far for me. So I played g6. Yeah, she played g3. I was expecting all of this, and then here I played c4. I wasn't sure if I should just play d6 and develop my knight and then play e5, but I thought c5 is a little bit, maybe she has to think a bit more about this, whether she wants to take the pawn or not, or if she wants to defend it with c3 or e3, or maybe she wants to push it. So I thought that there was more, I guess, to think about. She ended up playing c3. I castled, and here maybe she can even take the pawn here. And I thought if she takes, I would play. What did I think? I thought I was actually gonna play knight here. And then if she held on to the pawn like this, I thought I would go here. And then put pressure on this pawn, and I'm also threatening to take here. But I don't think this is actually too accurate. So she has knight here. And yeah, I think, yeah, knight. Actually, I should play d6. So after this, I'm supposed to play b4. I'm supposed to play d6. And then if she takes, I think I should take back with the pawn. Oh, no. Sorry, I have this move, knight e4. And I'm threatening to take on c3. And also still threatening to take on b4, I think. But this is something that I shouldn't have gone into. So I think I was overconfident in this game again, and I thought she wasn't going to take on c5. I played d6. I actually should have just taken and then played d5. So that I should have played like that and then just played a symmetrical maybe bishop g4, bishop f5, and it's just a dead equal position. So I played d6. She developed her knight to d2, so this was a little bit in the way, I guess, of her pieces. It's in the way of her bishop a bit. And probably c3 is a better square, but she can't get to c3. So I developed my knight to c6. I wanted to take and then play bishop f5 and then knight here. Well, I was looking at those kinds of ideas. I wasn't sure if I should take here and then play knight c6. Maybe this is actually slightly better, and this kind of looks like a Sicilian for black, so I thought maybe I could transpose into something like that. But she took here, and I spent 10 minutes on this move because I was considering d5. So I was getting a little bit ambitious here. There is no need for d5. There's, just no need for d5. I thought that if I play d5, I will have two central pawns. I'll play e5, and then I thought I would win that pawn back. Maybe not by playing queen a5 because there's b4, but I thought that this, I was just trying to make this work. I don't think it's very good, so I did take in the end, but that's why I spent 10 minutes, because I was considering d5 for a while. So she attacked my pawn. I pushed it. I actually spent a lot of time on this as well. I really wasn't sure what to do. I was also thinking about knight e4 and defending it this way, but I think she just has knight d2, and then she's starting to take my knight, so I thought I would have to trade, and then I would help her develop her bishop. I was also thinking about queen b6, but I didn't like it because of bishop here. And then I thought I have to play something like knight here to defend it this way. So knight, pushing the pawn seemed like the only option really, or the best option. She went back to d2. I was expecting her to go here, and after this, I guess she's threatening to maybe ruin my pawn structure a bit. I was actually going to take, and then I thought she would take back with the knight, and then I was going to go e5, but I'm not too familiar with these kinds of positions, so I wasn't entirely sure what my plan was going to be. I was actually just making maybe like one or two moves. I didn't have a long-term plan here. I thought, okay, my bishop is really strong. In the future I might have things like a queenside push, but I just wasn't 100% sure what to do. Rook e1, I didn't really think this was such a good move, because if she wants to play e4, I mean, I thought she could just play it anyways. I guess d3 is weak, so whenever you push the e pawn, d3 is just going to be vulnerable, so I don't even think that pushing the e pawn is the right plan. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is, but I thought that it's just weakening. So once the rook moved to e1, I thought, well, let's go attack f2, and we'll just try and go knight g4 and then force her to play e3. So she played queen a4. She's threatening to take my pawn, but I have a nice intermediate move, bishop d7. If she takes with the knight, I take her queen, and then if she takes my queen, I take her knight, and I'm just a piece up. So she can't take the pawn. She has to move her queen out of the way. I was expecting her to go queen b4 and offer a queen trade, and here I wasn't 100% sure if I should trade or not, but I thought if I do trade that I'm attacking this pawn and I'm gonna lose this one, so I didn't know if it was worth it to trade those pawns, and now we have a symmetrical pawn structure, but my pieces are a bit more active. I think I was probably gonna keep the queens on, and then if she takes here, I thought I was just gonna give away a pawn and just kick her queen away. But it looks like this is actually just dead equal, which I guess is a good sign if you give away a pawn. So I should take the queen if she plays queen b4, which maybe I would have. I was considering it, but I didn't think too deeply about it, because yeah, I just wanted to wait to see what she does. Okay, so she brought her queen back. She wasted some time with this queen. I'm attacking on f2. I'm threatening to take the pawn, and she played e3. Maybe rook back to f1 is a bit better. Yeah, rook f1 is better, but it's not an easy move to make. Once you already play rook e1, usually you don't want to go back to f1 and admit that you made a wrong move. So she played e3, and here I was really happy. I have the d3 square for the rest of the game, and that's how I ended up winning, I would say. So bishop f5, I'm threatening the queen. I also maybe want to bring my bishop in here if she lets me. She pinned herself, so she played knight e4. And now I brought my knight back, so my knight is no longer needed to defend the c4 pawn. So I brought it back because I want to either bring this knight to e5. Actually, yes, I wanted to bring this knight to e5 and then go to d3. And then I'm attacking f2 and the rook. So she brought her knight to d4. Maybe she wants to exchange. Although I maybe thought she might play h3. And then I would have just played knight to e5 and then went that way. So, and then go that with the other knight. So she played knight d4. Oh yeah, sorry. So she's actually attacking my bishop, and I don't want to trade that bishop. I was considering maybe taking here first, and then I thought she would take back with the queen and then play knight here, but I don't think I should give away that bishop so easily. I did end up giving it away, but trading it, but I think I got a bit more for it. So I brought the bishop back to d7. She's now, I guess she's attacking my pawn. So I brought my knight back, defended the pawn, and now I'm threatening to just go into d3. So she brought her knight back. What is she threatening here? Oh yeah, she's just threatening my pawn. If I go knight d3, she can take my pawn, and then my knight is undefended. So I'm just protecting my pawn with queen a6. And now she played b4, which doesn't look like it's that bad, maybe, if you didn't see the question mark, because it looks like she's threatening a fork, but structurally this is like a suicidal move. My pawn on c4 is so strong. It's controlling this square. So if she wanted to push this, b3 would have been better. I thought actually when I saw her looking at that side of the board and saw her hovering over it a bit, and I was like, oh, b3, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I actually didn't look at it too deeply. And then she played b4. I was like, oh, I didn't even consider taking, which afterwards I thought that was actually not the best in terms of decision making, because I definitely should have thought about it, but I didn't even consider it because I was like, there's no way I'm going to take that pawn. Also, b5 isn't even the biggest threat, because I can intermediately take the knight, attacking the queen, and if she takes my queen, I take her queen with check. She takes my knight, and then it's true I can't take the pawn on a6, but I can play rook b8. She'll take on b7, and she has this annoying pawn on b7, but I do think it drops eventually. So even then, I don't think b5 is the biggest threat. But still, ooh, this is actually not a good move. I didn't realize that was a bad move. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have played it. So taking here is bad. What should I have done? Maybe just knight here directly. Okay, knight here directly, yeah, that makes sense. Because now if she pushes this, I think I can just take. And we get into that line that I was just discussing. So I take here with check, she takes, and I think I can just play rook b8. And then if she takes here, oh, c3 is hanging, so. Oh, maybe that's not the best thing to do. Bishop g4. Okay, I have to play bishop g. Oh. Okay, I didn't see this. Bishop g4, the rook has nowhere to go, so she has to block. Okay. She has to block, and then I'll be able to win the pawn back. I guess now I can take. Maybe not. Oh, okay, this is obvious. Knight takes c1, and then take here. Okay, I mean, I'm actually... Yeah, this is better for black, but... It's a lot to calculate, and I'm not entirely convinced about everything. So, it's definitely better for black, but I have to play accurately. So, I took the knight because I thought, well, long term I have the d3 square. Also, don't think this deserves an exclam so much because it's kind of the only place that I should go to. If she takes the pawn, well, okay, then she just loses the exchange, so she can't take the pawn. Yeah, she moved her rook to f1, so rook d1 is better because now I thought I would play bishop a5 and then she has to go back to f1, but now my bishop is on a5 and it's, sorry, on a4, and it's a little bit out of the game here. Still better for black, but at least I can't bring my bishop maybe on this diagonal. So I played e5. I'm threatening immediately to take her pawn and then take with the bishop. And if she takes me, then I will just take back, and then I have pressure on this diagonal for the rest of the game, on this weakness even, the pawn on c3. So she played knight f3. She's threatening to, I guess, take it, and then take my bishop with the knight. So I pinned her knight. I was getting kind of worried about my time here. So I have 17 minutes and we're on move 23. So I have 17 minutes to make 17 moves. Perfect timing. So technically I have like just about a minute for each move, since we get 30 seconds added. Maybe I have a minute and 30, but it's just not enough time. I definitely got into a lot of time pressure in this game. So I made some quick moves here. She played queen e4, and here I was considering f5, but then I thought she just gives this check, and I think now she can even just take the pawn. Maybe I can take here first, and then if she takes, then I'll take with the knight or with the bishop. Maybe with the bishop, but this is already it. Okay, so here I should actually play rook d8. Anyways, f5, yeah, I just didn't think it was... Okay, bishop f5 isn't much better. Interesting. So bishop f5 is not a good move. Okay. The best move is taking here. And then after the queen takes... Oh, wait, sorry. If the queen takes, I just win a pawn. So the bishop has to take. Oh, wait. I think I just win a pawn anyway. Oh, I missed this. Oh, no. Sorry. I actually did see this, but I thought that b7 is somehow lost, but actually I get d4, so I miscalculated. Yeah, this is much easier. So I can just take, I can just take the knight. If she takes with the queen, I take here, and then she takes here. Yeah, and then I think I can even just take. And now I can also attack her bishop and then take here. Oh, maybe I even actually have knight here. Okay, yeah, this looks a lot more simple than what I played. So I played bishop f5. She brought her queen back to e3, and now I took the pawn and I kicked her queen. So she has to move her queen out of the way. Bishop back to g4. I thought this was a clean game, but it looks like it's not such a clean game. So here, what am I threatening? I'm actually threatening to take. And when she takes, then I have bishop e2 and the rook is trapped. So I end up winning an exchange. She kicked my bishop. I took the knight. So now if she takes this bishop, I'll play bishop e2. So she took this bishop, and now I just went back to g7, and I just have such a nice position here. These pawns are really weak. This bishop on c1 is really bad. My bishop is great. My knight is great. My rooks are even better. I'll just have 2 rooks on the 2 central open files. So she played queen c2, and here, yeah, I spent a long time, considering I only have 11 minutes. I spent like 6 minutes here, but I was considering taking. And I thought that initially I was going to do that, but I didn't really like the position after queen here. I thought I would have to go back to c6 to stop the bishop to take on b7. And here I didn't like that after rook b1, I have to play rook e7. And I'm a pawn up, but this bishop is just so strong. And I'm missing my light square bishop. This knight is not as good as it was on d3. Maybe I don't even need to go after queen b2. Maybe I can actually just play knight back to d3 and give back the pawn. But if I was going to do that, then... Oh, I guess I take on c3, so I guess that works. And if she takes with the bishop... Oh, then I guess I can actually... I didn't see this, actually. I stopped calculating after the... Oh, wait. Do I have queen to e6? Okay, queen to e6. The queen is still under attack, and after this... Oh, g4 is also hanging, I guess, so I can just kick... Yeah, okay, this is also straightforward, and then I can even play knight here. So she can't defend her g4 pawn. Okay, that's really nice. I missed that. So here I just played knight e1, and I thought if I get rid of her light square bishop, it's just going to be game over soon. So I'm attacking her queen. She moved her queen out of the way. I took the bishop, and here I played pretty quickly. I'm attacking her queen. She moved out of the way. Just gave a check. Yeah, and I wrote K on my square sheet because I thought obviously she's going to play her king to g1. And then she played f3, and I was like, oh, I think this is even better. So rook d3, I'm threatening to take here. And she quickly played bishop here. Like, I actually don't think she spent, she spent 30 seconds on this move, but she played this like instantly. She has to play bishop b2, and this looks really uncomfortable. And here I was just going to play... I was thinking either rook e3 or rook, or this rook to e3. I don't even know which one is stronger. Okay, this is really strong, but not strong enough. Okay, yeah. And here I'm just attacking both pawns. So I'm trying to take here with the bishop on c3 or take here with the rook. But she made it easier for me. She played bishop d2, and now it's just going to be game over. So here... check, I can win the rook, the bishop, but here, pause, what is the best move for black? It's actually made in 2. Can you find a nice little made in 2 puzzle? What is the winning move? You can actually just take the pawn on f3 with the queen, and the rook is pinned, so the rook can't take the queen. That's a cute little tactic, and she resigned here. But if she goes to h2, I guess I can actually just take here and then take on g3. And if she goes here, I'll just take and then what mate on h2 or g2. So yeah, nice ending to the game. I'm glad that it was cut short, but also I'm glad we both kind of got into time pressure at the end so that it wasn't just me. But we won 4-0. So great day today for the Irish team. Tomorrow we're going to be playing a stronger player, a stronger team. Actually, the pairings should be up right now. So I'll tell you live. They're usually up at, oh, you're going to see live who we are paired against. So our team pairings are Cuba. Okay, we're playing against Cuba. How strong are they? Found them. Okay, they're actually, they're strong. Okay, they're quite strong. Okay, they're really strong. WGM's on all the boards and then WIM on board 5. So incredibly strong team. Tomorrow's going to be a tough game. Okay, that's a tough round. So Cuba tomorrow. Good recap tomorrow. Well, it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be a good recap tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for your support and love on these recaps, and I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.